I'm here again for our class for today. We are taking social studies. Our last class we discussed purpose of marriage. We are still on our marriage series. We'll talk about types of marriage, purpose of marriage. Today we're going to see readiness in marriage. And I'm going to discuss this topic based on these 4 areas: physiological fitness, psychological fitness, social stability, then financial readiness. That's what we're going to take this class. These are the areas this class is going to cover. When we say readiness in marriage, that's to say, is this person ready to go into marriage? Mentally, emotionally, physically, and otherwise. Readiness has to be in different aspects of life. Not just getting to the age of consent, not just having the money, but there are a lot of things that involve readiness in marriage. So as young ones coming up, as teenagers who will someday get married, you have to know all of these before you think of getting married. Don't just jump into marriage because you see people getting married. You have to think and do things that way. Now, we're going to see readiness in marriage. Use these points to analyze what readiness in marriage involves. 1, physiological fitness. When we talk about physiology, you talk about the physiology of the individual. What does physiological aspects implies? You talk about age. You talk about consent. Consenting that I will get married to this person. You talk about maturity. The individual must be above 18. For both parties, they must attain the legal age of marriage. That falls under the physiological fitness. Then, they must be matured, mentally and otherwise. Be ready to take responsibility. That falls under the physiological fitness. Then, concept that the both parties have agreed to come into marriage relation. That they have agreed to get married. Not one person drag. You don't have to drag an individual into marriage without the individual's acceptance. That is to say, you're going against the human right or the rights of an individual by forcing the person, as forcefully coercing the individual to go into marriage. So under the physiological fitness, it has to do with the biological makeup, the physiology of an individual. His age, his maturity, his body development, his acceptability. That is for psychological fitness. Then we have physiological fitness. Physiology has to do with, psychology, We've talked about the physiological fitness. Now we'll talk about psychology, the mental health. Is this person mentally stable? Is he emotionally stable? Is he depressed? Does he have any disease that can be dangerous in the future? That can take his life in the near future? Does his mental health allows him to have a partner that he will not hurt? These are the psychological fitness the individual has to look at. What is the history, the health condition? What is the history in the family? What is this individual's mental health? What is his emotional stability? How does he handle stress? Is he depressed? All of this comes under psychological fitness. So when you're getting married, look at the physiological aspect. Is this person mature? Is he of age? Did he consent? The psychological, mentally, is he ready? Does he have a disease condition? Is he stable up there? If all of these are evaluated and the person is ready, that means he's ready. So we've seen the psychological fitness area, we've seen the physiological fitness area, sorry for the mix up. This is the physiological fitness, and this is the psychology. Psychology has to do with the head, physiology has to do with the biological makeup. Now going to social stability. The next area of readiness in marriage, which is social stability. The person in question you want to get married to, is he somebody who is a criminal? Is he socially acceptable to the society? Or is he a nuisance to the society? Does it fit into the societal environment? If he's a criminal, that means he's not ready to get married. If he doesn't operate within the borders of law, he wants to do things his own way and perpetuate trouble all around, invariably, this person is not ready. So social stability has to do with the personality of the individual. The personality of the individual. What the person is into. What is capable of doing. If socially he is not acceptable in his environment, that person is a no-no when it comes to marriage. Social stability. If he's a criminal, if he's somebody that has mental issues, if it is somebody that don't want to obey the law of the land, a violent person, that means you have to look inwardly and know your decision. Financial readiness. You don't have to owe the whole world for you to get married. No. But you must possess a skill, a job, something that can put food on the table. Something that can make your day-to-day running run smoothly. It might not be that easy, but let there be something that might come at the end of the day, at the end of the month, whichever way you have rationed it to be. If you're not financially ready, that means you can't get married. How do you get a house, rent an apartment? How do you clothe yourself and your partner? How do you protect yourself and your partner? How do you support yourself and your partner? How can you be emotionally stable? How can you be physically stable? All of these is required for preparedness in marriage. So readiness in marriage involves psychological factors, physiological factors, social stability, financial readiness, physiology, psychology, social, financial. All these areas need to be well thought of before one can say, I am ready to jump into marriage. If those areas are not well taken care of, you can go get married to somebody who is underage and the law will hold caught up with you. Somebody who is mentally not okay and that can end your life. Somebody who is a criminal and at the end of the day you become a single parent. Somebody who is not financially ready, at the end of the day nothing on the table to take care of your daily necessities. So we need to look into all of this before we think whether we're ready for marriage or we're not ready for marriage. We're still on our marriage series. Next class we'll see other areas of marriages we need to look into, because as we're growing, we have to put all of this into consideration. Because someday, teenagers like you or whoever is watching who is not yet married have to look into all of this to make his own decision. Please check all of these areas before you think of getting married, either to a male or if it refers to both parties, not just the male, but just both male and female. The parties who want to come into marriage, and concept matters a lot. If the individual did not accept, that means no contract, no marriage is to be carried out. So this is our class for today. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for being in our community. Give your comment below the comment box. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. Share it if there are other people you think will benefit from this class. Thank you for dropping by. till you come next, till we meet again next class. Thank you.